Okay, well, I'm putting this on my YouTube channel, but this is really just to show my dad. Just because, whatever reason, I can't send the full-length video through Apple. I don't know, their messages system sucks. Alright, so I have to redo the whole video I just finished doing. Well, okay. Anyway, I just got this new lightsaber. It's Anakin Skywalker Episode 3 lightsaber. Pretty cool. I really like it. I got it from the company Kyber Sabers. While this is an Anakin Skywalker Graflex configuration, it's not really accurate at all to the movies. Like, it is a little bit, but the clamp was never like this at all. If it was in this configuration with this card, it would actually be on this side. So they have it on the A New Hope configuration, which is kind of weird. But yeah, this is from Art Sabers. It's also, these are both NeoPixels, by the way. This is a XenoPixel version 2 board, while this is a SN Pixel version 4 board, which makes it very cool. They're both very cool, but this one right here makes it a lot easier to do sound font installs, and it's also just, in my opinion at least, better to configure just some of the settings around. But yeah, I have the I have the vented part on the bottom. It comes with a yeah, this is the box. It says Kyber Sabers. It's flipped backwards for whatever reason, but it says Kyber Sabers. Oh yeah, and on the bottom of the box, it's got the language. I think it's Aramish. I don't know what it says just because I'm not that nerdy yet. But this is the bottom part of the lightsaber, basically where the sound would leak out of, but this is supposed to be a more screen accurate piece, so whenever it's for display, you'd put that on. I just have it in the bag just because I personally won't put that on display with it, just because I'd like to hear the sound whenever I want to use it. It also comes with the Allen key, or Allen wrench, whatever you want to call it, and an extra screw for your actual blade insert. It comes with 2 extra grips, which is kind of cool because my last one didn't come with that. And the blade is actually a 7/8 inch NeoPixel blade instead of a standard 1-inch blade, which is really cool because my last one is a 1-inch blade. And you know, comes with the manual, display stand. The display stand is actually really nice. It came with a plaque that goes in the center of the display, and then, you know, thank you card and so on and so forth. Pretty cool. I really like this lightsaber. It's probably my favorite one I've gotten so far. Then again, that's not saying much because these are the only 2 I own that are NeoPixel. Actually, they're the only. Well, no, never mind. I do have a baselit lightsaber too, but that one's a lot older, a lot cheaper than these were. This one I got kind of just to treat myself. After graduation, I got some money and didn't really need it for anything in particular, so I got this when it was on sale. Got it from Art Sabers for I think $390, which honestly, looking back on, is kind of too much for what this is. I'm not really a big fan of the hilt. Like, it is decent quality, don't get me wrong. Like, if you've never experienced metal hilted NeoPixel lightsaber, then definitely try to pick one up. But try to get them when they're on sale. Never try to get them when they're full price, at least this one. You could probably find it on some other websites, not Art Sabers. Probably the same lightsaber hilt, just for cheaper. This one is a TXQ. I'm thinking this one is an LGT. Basically just 2 different parent brands that kind of send this stuff off to other dealers. Kind of like how any other store would send off their product to like stores such as like Target or anything like that. Yeah, this one is definitely a lot more realistic in terms of like accuracy to the films. Very cool, very hefty, very good sound quality. And this only has 1 button under the clamp card, while this has 2. So you have the power, and then you have the can't even speak. The auxiliary on the bottom. This right here, this trigger, I guess you could call it, does absolutely nothing. Which is fine with me because the less buttons is honestly good because it just makes it a lot easier to figure stuff out. But what's cool about this is since it's a SN Pixel version 4, which is basically just a TXQ's version of the XenoPixel board, you can actually connect it to the app with Bluetooth, so you can fully use your phone as a remote control and kind of do that instead of having to mess with the buttons, which is kind of cool. And here, I'm gonna try to unscrew this the best I could. I might not be able to unscrew it, but underneath this, yeah, I can't unscrew it with one hand. Yeah. Anyway, underneath this, there's a removable chassis, which is very nice. This one does not have a removable chassis. So this is the first one I've had with a removable chassis. And it comes with, you know, your standard 16 gigabyte micro SD card. So the thing is, this lightsaber doesn't come with an SD card reader. So you'll actually have to probably pick one of those up off of Amazon or anywhere like in store. They're pretty cheap. But yeah, just get one of those, plug it right into your computer, put on some sound fonts, do whatever you want. And what's cool is that the SN Pixel version 4 soundboard does read Profi sound fonts. You may have to go in and configure them a little bit, but overall does read them fairly easily. You'll probably just have to tweak some of your changes with actual blade length and stuff like that. I'm not too sure 100% because I've never really touched Profi. But yeah, I really like this lightsaber. You know, it does come with a cover tech clip or wheel on the side. It does not come with a clip. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, so you just hold it on. You hold this to turn it on, the top button.
Power on.
I have it on the lowest setting just so I don't bother people. That's what I have the blade plug in right now, but yeah, I have this on the Darth Vader sound font right now. Might be able to hear some of the sound. But yeah, and you just press the button once to turn it off, and then to change sound fonts, you can
Dark Sith Red.
just turn the button, the auxiliary button, press that once, and it goes through your sound fonts. This is Dark Sith Red. It's like a pulsating, kind of like a Kylo Ren, just different sound. And then there's a bunch of different settings on here. I'd go through them, but I'm not trying to make it a 20-minute video like some other YouTubers. This is a pretty simple video. To turn it off, you don't hold the power button. You actually press the auxiliary button 3 times. It's a little different than most sabers. Like most Xenopixels, what they do, you just hold the power button for like 10 seconds. This, you tap the auxiliary 3 times. So 1, 2, 3.
Power off.
Power off. You hear the power off. That is fully off now. I'm going to see if I can set up my phone on this. Prop it up for a second. Okay, cool. So go to unscrew this. The threading on this is very well done in terms of actually unscrewing it. So it makes it pretty easy. And be careful not to drop this on your toe if you ever do get this lightsaber, because it is brass. It's very heavy. So yeah, this is where your chassis is. It's pretty cool. It has this gold metal ring on the outside of it. It makes it look pretty cool. This is your SN Pixel version 4 board. That is your SD card, obviously. And what's cool about this is you can actually just pull a little bit on this, and then bam, your chassis is removed. So if you look under there, there are these ports that actually connect to this right here. And you may not know how to line it up at first, but it's pretty easy. There's these arrows right here. If you can't get it lined up perfectly, just line up the arrows. Oh crap, the phone dropped. Just this is a jankier kind of speed run review. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, you just put the arrows, you line it up with the control box, and oh my god. Technical difficulties. This is when you're not a proper YouTuber. Okay, so you just hear a little click, it plugs right in. It should work perfectly fine, and then just go ahead and put the pommel back on. Make sure it actually catches the threads properly. You don't want to damage your threads at all. And then you just screw it back on. Make sure it's decently tight. Don't over tighten it. It's kind of hard to get the cover tech wheel lined up perfectly all the time if you want to look at like actual, screen accurate. Most of the time mine does go on the right side though, kind of over here. It kind of just depends how you have it set up, but yeah. Overall, this lightsaber is very, very well done in terms of realism. It's probably the most realistic lightsaber I own. Then again, as I did state before, I only do own 2 of these, but this by far is very screen accurate. There are some things that they didn't get quite right. In terms of, I guess, the bunny ears, I mean, they're not perfect, but they are pretty well done. I mean, if you have the money to go for this, I got this for I think it was on retail for, if you got the box included, and I got the 32-inch blade, and I got the SN Pixel version 4. There is also Profi, and I don't know if there was baselit or not, but I know there is Profi. That's a lot more expensive. I can't remember exactly how, but just go on Kyber Sabers and just look up the Anakin Skywalker Skinny Flex. That should be what it's called, or it might be just Anakin Skinny Flex. But yeah, I got this for the Halloween deal, get like $30 off. I got it for I think it was $385, and comes with a pretty decent amount of things, to be honest. And I didn't include the case in my order, but they went ahead and sent it anyway, which is really cool. So shout out to Kyber Sabers. I was kind of iffy just because Art Sabers wasn't the best in terms of communication, in terms of actually going through warranty, because for a while this was actually too tight to the point where I couldn't get to the battery or the SD card. So I had to actually take off the clamp and put some WD-40. There's like a little threading under this, and I put a few drops of WD-40 and finally was able to loosen this up. And but yeah, trying to reach out to the warranty is just, it's horrible. So but yeah, so just look out for reviews before you even thinking about buying one, or about buying a certain lightsaber. Just look out reviews for as much things as you can as possible. Yeah, this lightsaber is really well done. I'm very happy with it. I'll go ahead and put in the blade for a second, but bear with me. It's gonna go all black for a sec, so yeah, hold on, sorry about it. So when you're tightening your retention screw into this saber, it won't be all the way flush with the hilt. And at first you'll think, okay, maybe I should tighten it more, but don't, because it actually starts to tighten into the actual blade. And if you tighten it too much, it can actually crack through the blade and potentially damage some of your pixels. So just try not to do that. I say pixels, but it's your LEDs. So let me just go ahead and power it on.
Power on.
I have it on the lowest setting for camera. I'll go ahead and turn it up. You just press the auxiliary and the power at the same time. So it's just, there, you should hear that noise. And to adjust your volume up, you press the power button. Just get it as loud as you want. I'll put it down a little bit more. So there you go. Just press the auxiliary to turn it down, and then you go ahead and press them again, and that will set it. So this, I don't know what sound font it's on, but okay, cool. So this is Dark Sith Red. I can't remember exactly who, what company owns the sound font, but yeah, you get gesture controls, you get all the different ignitions, all the fancy stuff. There's Palpatine, that's just a solid red.
Cal Kestis!
You get Cal Kestis, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, this is a yellow. It looks kind of crazy on camera. It looks more like a limeish green in person.
Yoda!
That's Yoda.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker. More like Rey Cringewalker. I don't know, man. He sucks. This is Kylo Ren. That looks kind of cool on camera.
I am the Inquisitor.
It's still really bright in daytime. It doesn't look as crazy as it does on camera. On camera, it looks a lot more realistic. But,
Tell me, is this training? My training master wouldn't do. I am told it is the Dark Saber.
the Dark Saber, that one's cool. So yeah, to literally just power it on and off, you just press the button and then it'll turn off. You just cycle through the sound fonts by pressing down on the auxiliary button.
General Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, solid dark bluish color. That's really cool. Yeah, so overall, this is a really good lightsaber for the price. At least whenever it goes on sale. Me personally, for an SN Pixel version 4, I wouldn't spend over $400 on it. That's just me though, because I'm not. If I'm gonna spend over $400, I'd probably just end up going for a Profi version instead. But if you are newer to lightsabers and you don't really feel like coding or programming any of your actual sound fonts, then definitely go for a Xenopixel or a SN Pixel. They're both very user-friendly in terms of coding. You can see though that this thing is a fingerprint magnet, so definitely want to wipe it off once you're done if you're going to display it. Do whatever you want, honestly. This is just an Allen key I had laying around from this lightsaber, actually. It doesn't come with this, but yeah. So this is a very long, overdue review in terms of how lengthy this went on for. 15 minutes for a lightsaber review is kind of ridiculous, considering I barely even showed off the blade. But yeah, so if you have the willpower to sit through all this, God bless you. But yeah, so I figured I'd just show this off. Originally gonna show it to my dad. Now I guess I can show it to all you guys too. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a lightsaber, definitely go out, check out Kyber Sabers. They post a lot on Instagram. They do a lot of reviews, and well, not a lot of reviews, but they do a lot of giveaways. And they also do partnerships with YouTubers, and they're always reviewing lightsabers. So yeah, just make sure to go check their stuff out, I guess. They make really good stuff. Yeah, have a good rest of your day.